Training camp is getting closer and closer. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. What is up, Fin fans? Yes. Let's talk about this dual OC situation that's going on right now with the Miami Dolphins. I got no new shout outs to do, but real quickly though, real quick, Backroom Collections. I'm going to pop it up again. They got some great artwork. Go out, get yourself something. Link is in the description. Use promo code DW. Get yourself 10% off. They got some new stuff over there. It's nice. So yes, dual OCs. Now, I did the Q&A video, last week? Last Friday, I think it was. And I noticed there was a few of you guys who were either upset about it or questioning it. Like, what's going on with these dual OCs? And I thought it was extremely interesting as well. So I did a little research. I did a little study. I kind of looked at some Super Bowls, kind of looked at the teams in the past 20 years, give or take. And I got some information for you. So we're going to be talking about in this video the dual OCs with Godsey and Studesville, however the heck you say his name. And we're going to kind of talk about, is it going to work? Because I noticed that David, this is going to be kind of comment of the day also video, but there was these comments in the Q&A video. One from David, with having two offense coordinators, do we have one in the booth and one on the booth and the ground? Do you see us using improving free agency draft? Blah blah blah. Then Chauncey says, "Sup, Doug? One of the main reasons I didn't like Chan Gailey hire was because it was a year behind. How do you have any concerns with our offensive, co-offensive coordinators?" Then also from Smelly Walmart Hillbilly, who's angry. What on earth could make the Dolphins think that having two OCs is a good idea? Why do they constantly make horrible decisions? And then one armed bandit Riz says, "What do you think our offense will look like with two OCs?" Mostly back to Smelly Walmart Hillbilly, who says, what on earth could make the Dolphins think that having two OCs is a good idea? Why do they constantly make horrible decisions? And when the Dolphins decided to go with two OCs with Godsville and Godsey, and I took their name, they're two OCs, so Godsville. Let's just make them one. No, Godsey and Studsville, however the heck you say his name. I noticed there was, me personally, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you hurting me? And I noticed there was a big portion of the fan base that felt the same way. There's other portion let's see how this works. I had my mindset on one guy. Obviously, he probably wasn't ever going to become a Dolphin. But a big portion of the fan base was upset. As time goes on and I start hearing more things and I start doing more research and I start realizing that one of Tua's best games, the Arizona Cardinals game, Godsey was calling the plays and he was on the sideline and he was helping Tua, made me feel even better about the situation and even better about having these, dual Cs, kind of makes you think that they're really putting all the chips in on Tua. You got 2023 first round picks, you make that move and then they might even have 2 firsts next year. We don't know what's happening with Xavier Howard. I hope not, but we all know how that all pans out for us. So I was like, all right, I can kind of see this going in a better direction. But I did some research, right? And I started to look at teams that had dual OCs. And you'll be surprised. Now, like Smelly Walmart Hillbilly said, why would on God's green earth or whatever he said, would we do this? Why do we always make stupid decisions or wrong decisions or these decisions? And I went back, like I said, I did my research and it's like, you kind of need to look at dual OCs, right? 2017 Philadelphia Eagles, they had Darrell Bevels and Tom Cable as their dual OCs. They had 2 offensive coordinators. 13th in the pass, 3rd ranked in rush, won the Super Bowl, beat the New England Patriots. You have the 2012 Baltimore Ravens. Juan Castillo and Cam Cameron, who eventually got fired in week 14, and then Jim Caldwell took over, dual offensive coordinators. 15th in the pass, 11th ranked in rush, won the Super Bowl that year. You have the Seattle Seahawks in 2013. You had, again, Darrell Bevels and Tom Cable. Dual OCs. 4th ranked in the rush, 26th ranked in pass, though. But won the Super Bowl that year. Beat the crap. Whew, they really won that Super Bowl. Then you have 2015 Denver Broncos. Rick Dennison and Greg Knapp. Dual OCs. 14th ranked in the pass, 17th ranked in the rush, won the Super Bowl that year. Now, to look at this situation that the Miami Dolphins have themselves in with having 2 offensive coordinators, you would think, who's calling the plays? There's going to be, too many cooks in the kitchen. People are going to get confused, this, and that. It's not going to work. Why would they do it? Now, I'm not saying that the Dolphins did it because they looked at the 2015 Broncos, the 2013 Seahawks, the 2012 Ravens, and the 2017 Eagles and said, hey, those teams, 4 teams, won the Super Bowl with dual OCs. Let's do it because that means we will win the Super Bowl with dual OCs. Not saying that's the case. But to sit back and see this decision they made and kind of get upset with it and say, why do they make stupid decisions? The history of having dual OCs isn't that bad of one, especially the past, I went back to 2012, past 9 years. It wasn't that bad. Now, here's the question, though, right? We saw what Darrell Bevell and Tom Cable did. Heck, they won 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams being dual OCs. You have the Ravens, you have the Broncos. They did it. Gotze and Studsville, I'm going to say it both ways in case one of them is right and the other's wrong. Will they make it work? Can they make it work? I don't know. I should just end the video right there. I don't know. And cut to the end card. I think the main reason, and even Brian Flores came out and said this himself, that the Dolphins went in this direction is because of continuity. Now, he said that, right? He also came out and said last year that Tua was 100%. We all know Tua wasn't 100%. So, Brian Flores tends to say things, and then all of a sudden things happen, and then all of a sudden we're like, you just said there's going to be no firings, and then all of a sudden there's going to be no change in coordinators, and all of a sudden Chan Gailey's going to, notice he says things and then something else happens, things get moved around. So, he said for the continuity, but then there's reports coming out of camp that the playbook is difficult. The only one who really has it down is Tua, which I find interesting. Because everyone likes to make fun of Tua because he didn't know the playbook, which he never said that. He said he didn't know it really, really well, but we're not going to go into semantics. And he seems to be the only one who's having a good grasp on the playbook. Now, is that because, like Flores said, they are predicating this offense for Tua, specifically to Tua? That could be a possibility. But back to the title of the video, because I kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent. Will this work? I think it will. I honestly think it will. Now, you could say, hey, that's just because you're being biased, or hey, that's just because you're being hopeful. Might be, but you guys all know my motto. I'd rather be surprised than let down. And if I come out here and say, oh, this is going to work, and then it doesn't work, I'm going to be really upset. It's the continuity thing. Studsville, however the heck you say his name, and Gotze have worked together for multiple years now. They have that continuity. They have that camaraderie with each other. And I really do think that they can make it work. I do think that they understand what needs to be done. Gotze also has offensive coordinator experience with the Houston Texans. Now, not saying that's going to make him out to be a really good offensive coordinator for us, because when he was the offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, it wasn't a good offense. But I do think that having both of them and having the ability to game plan together and work together is going to make this work. Now, David had a very good question. Who is going to be up in the booth and who's going to be on the sideline? Is there going to be an alternating thing? Are they both going to be on the sideline? If they're both on the sideline, are they sticking to their main things? And Flores is like, you're OC for today and you're just going to stick with the running backs, or you're OC today, you're just going to stick with the tight ends. I don't know. I think Brian Flores is a glutton for punishment. But But I do think this is going to work, especially because, like I said, the fact that Godsey has that OC experience and the fact that he did call the plays and was really helping Tua against the Arizona Cardinals, and you saw that was his best game. That was Tua slinging the ball. That was Tua running out of the pocket, getting extra yardage, taking us down the field when we needed to. That is the Tua that I need to see this year every game. Now, will he have a bad game? I hope not, but I'm not going to be all huffy puffy if he has like 1 or 2 bad games. But the Arizona Cardinals game, I would like to see 15 times out of 17, because that was the game. And if that's Godsey's stamp on it, where he was, like I said, getting out of the pocket, making the good throws, making the throws on the run, Kyler Murray gets down the field, scores, Tua answers. It was a back and forth. Hey, we need to get down the field to kick a field goal. Tua got us down there. I need to see that. And if that is the stamp of Godsey, then cool. Because when we were going in the offensive coordinator hunt, Godsey's name got brought up a lot. I was like, you guys know I wanted Ken Dorsey. I really liked what he did with Buffalo and what he took Josh Allen and turned him into. I wanted him to do the same thing with Tua. But when I heard Godsey, I was like, And then I looked and I was like I said, Chan Gailey wasn't the offensive coordinator for that game. It was Godsey. So it's going to be interesting, but be sure to comment below. It's a short video for today. I'm working on some things. Working on getting you guys a special guest. He's not a player, but he is a big Miami Dolphin person or voice. So I'm working on that, but be sure to comment below. Let me know. Let me know what you think of these dual offensive coordinator situation. What do you think about me bringing you some guys? 4 Super Bowl winning teams had dual OCs in the past 9 years. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think of that. I got another video planned for you guys on Friday. We are getting very close. Next week is the last week without training camp. Then the 27th training camp starts. So next week I'm going to really rev up the training camp videos, talking about more, not battles, but what to expect, what to look for, all these cool things. So if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Lets me know you like this stuff. It also helps with the algorithm. Check out Patch Vibes. Use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 20% off some really, really good t-shirts, pins, patches, all that good stuff. And check out Miami Sports Music. A great collection of Dolphin YouTubers, podcasters. Solo D is a part of it. Be sure to check that out. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on Friday. Unless news breaks, something happens, trade, signing, all that stuff. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.